We are in the north of France to discover Le Carrefour de l'Arbre, the last 5-star cobble section of Paris-Roubaix, the last chance for breaking the race. So turns like this one in the middle of the cobbles is what makes Le Carrefour de l'Arbre so hard. There's a say that talks about that in Le Carrefour de l'Arbre you've got just two options. First one, crash. Second one, have a flat.
Oh my word, no! Oh, he just went wide!
But if you go to the sides of the road, in the 80% of this segment you can find grass. You can find like a path of grass that you can use to go faster. It's very easy to know where it finished because do you see that building? It's a pub called Arbre that names the cobble section. Yes guys, welcome to Le Carrefour de l'Arbre. This is the place where all the big guys from Paris-Roubaix starts fighting for getting to the cobbles. Now we start the cobbles in a good position.
And here it is. Big moment in the race. The final big launch pad to get away if you can on your own towards the velodrome. It's the 5-star sector of the Carrefour de l'Arbre. Over 2 kilometers long. And look how rough, look how difficult, look how horrid those cobblestones are.
Turns like this one is what makes the difference in Le Carrefour de l'Arbre because, yeah, mainly the cobble sections are always straight. You just have to focus on keeping a good pace and, yeah, go as fast as you can. But in Le Carrefour de l'Arbre, apart from that, you also have to be focused on, yeah, taking as fast as you can the bends and are with cobbles that makes it much more difficult and slippery. And, yeah, being skillful here, it's also important for making the difference.
There's a quote in France that says a cyclist can lose Roubaix in Nuremberg but win it in Le Carrefour.
Lang moeten wachten en heeft, ja, als ze hem niet tegenhouden.
The biggest challenge of Le Carrefour aren't the tricky cobbles but the sharp turns. Husho proved it in 2009 in his mano a mano against Bonnen. The Norwegian had followed every time Bonnen attacked in that Roubaix. He was sitting comfortable in Bonnen's wheel, even in Le Carrefour de l'Arbre. Husho was clearly waiting his moment. But suddenly...
Krise, og se på Tore, han en verdensmester på sykkelen. Det for Tor Husholm, det klare for Tom. Ja, det det! Nei! Nei, Tor! Nei, Tor Husholm!
Husho went wide in the last turn of Le Carrefour. And that's because that 5-star cobble section isn't just about cobbles. We're talking about a zigzag path built in the middle of the farmland. That means mud is everywhere. And a tiny mistake in a turn is enough to finish you.
It's cool to see that there's people that for them it means a lot the history of cycling, the history especially of Paris-Roubaix, because here around Roubaix there's a group of people called Les Amis de Paris-Roubaix, the friends of the Paris-Roubaix, that, yeah, they are people that for free they take care of the cobbles sections. You can realize the work of these people because, yeah, you can detect two kinds of pavés, the new one and the old one, and thanks to these people that, yeah, take care of cobble sectors like Carrefour de l'Arbre, the Paris-Roubaix, and people like me can ride over here. Otherwise it would be impossible because this kind of old roads nowadays could be already destroyed.
And there it is, the authentic Carrefour de l'Arbre in the horizon. Carrefour, it just means crossroad in French, and Arbre is simply the name of the pub you see here. This is what names the Paris-Roubaix Cobble sector. Behold, a cycling world heritage where time ago they say that the participants of Paris-Roubaix used to stop here for having a coffee and then they would carry on the race and finish the French monument.
Just right here, it ends Le Carrefour de l'Arbre. That pub is called Pub l'Arbre, pub the tree is the name it would be in English, and Le Carrefour, the crossroad, because there's one road over here, a second road over there, a third road there, and a fourth over there. The pub is just in the middle of that crossroad, and that's why this cobble section is called Le Carrefour de l'Arbre. It's raining a lot, it's pouring, and it reminds me the Paris-Roubaix 2021, that it was under these conditions, wet weather, rain, a lot of wind as well. The riders end up the race that we couldn't even recognize who were they. I remember Colbrelli was winning, but if I told you guys that instead of Colbrelli that guy was, I don't know, Wout van Aert, you guys believe me, because he was covered by so much mud. And yeah, the Paris-Roubaix usually it carries out on good conditions, but also sometimes it carries out on bad weather, like today. We are in the north of France, touching the border with Belgium, and here in Le Pub de Carrefour de l'Arbre is the best place to say au revoir, bye bye to all of you guys. Ciao ragazzi.